Welcome to Inside the NBA on TNT, presented by Auto Trader. Jeffrey Birnbaum alongside Christian and Nathan. The Milwaukee Bucks beat the Phoenix Suns 4-2 in the NBA Finals to clinch their first championship since 1971. Phoenix was up 2-0 in this series. And Nathan, did Phoenix choke or did Milwaukee win this series?
I mean, you really got to take that into question. Did Phoenix choke or did Milwaukee just win? And honestly, Phoenix choked. You look at a bunch of the stats and numbers. Devin Booker really didn't even show up this game. He really didn't do anything until maybe the third quarter and latter of the fourth quarter, a little bit of the fourth quarter. And there was more shots that he was taking in the fourth quarter that just wasn't going in. And you need those to go in to be able to win a title. Chris Paul, he's absent. What is he doing? He isn't doing anything, I'll tell you that. And it's just a very bad system over there in Phoenix right now that needs to be fixed to be able to head back to the finals. As you see, Ayton, quiet, barely even able to defend such a beast like Giannis. And you look at Jay Crowder, he's not doing anything. He's driving into the rim, not getting anything up. He's looking for an open passer, not seeing anything. And that is not what Phoenix needs to be able to win a championship.
Well, I can see what you're saying where Chris Paul, obviously you need more out of him. He just did not perform to the level you need if you want to win the NBA championship. But let's not discredit what Milwaukee was able to do here. You got guys like Holiday and Chris Middleton coming in and supporting Giannis to the best of their ability. But obviously, it all comes down to Giannis. He's a blocking beast. He put up over 50 points. And that's why I think that it's probably safer to say that Milwaukee won rather than Phoenix choking, because it's not like Milwaukee's best players just went out there and waited for Phoenix's mistakes. They played to the best of their ability and they earned the championship.
Devin Booker shot 8 for 22 that game, over 7 from downtown. All right, let's take a look ahead at next season here. Do you see the Milwaukee Bucks being at the top?
If we're talking number one in the East,
Yes.
most certainly. Number two is going to be Brooklyn, because who knows if Kyrie's going to come back after that injury. Who knows if James Harden's going to be able to fully recover like that. So I do have Giannis and the Bucks being at number one. Do I have them winning the finals? Most certainly not. There's going to be a lot of moves occurring in the West that could be pretty detrimental to the East. Even Kawhi going back to Toronto, that could also negatively affect the Bucks as well. It's very hard to tell right now. NBA draft starting in about a week, and free agency about to start as well, already starting technically. And that's all I really see for the Bucks.
I'd say I agree, because it's always safe to take the bet that the top team is going to be the team that just won. They're at the top right now. I need to be shown something from a team like Brooklyn that impresses me enough to tell me that Brooklyn is better than Milwaukee right now, because I'm just not seeing it.
The Bucks beat the Brooklyn Nets in 7 games in the Eastern Conference semifinals this past playoffs. Let's take a look out west here. And teams like the LA Clippers, the Phoenix Suns, the Utah Jazz, 3 best teams in the Western Conference. You can't forget about the Los Angeles Lakers, though. So how does that pan out?
Most certainly, who's at top? I am going to go with the Clippers. If Kawhi is able to stay and notices that he was out, so obviously that Western Conference Finals wasn't as bad as it was because Kawhi was out. He wasn't there to be able to take the team to the championship, so he should be able to return. And if he does, I have the Clippers at number one. They showed everything they got in that playoffs. I mean, you saw that series against the Jazz, outstanding. That was just a great play by Paul George, definitely stepping up, being that number one guy that we saw back in Indiana. And rising star being Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann putting up many points in that one series. So I have the Clippers at number one for sure.
I absolutely can see the Clippers coming out on top, and that probably, I'd say, is my choice as well. But I also always learned never go against LeBron. Like, from all my years of watching basketball, I just can't bet against him. So it should be interesting to see the 2 LA teams collide.
Lakers lost in 6 games to Phoenix in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. let's keep the subject. Let's keep the talk on LeBron. Is LeBron James out of his prime, and can he get back to his MVP performance?
LeBron most certainly showed his age in this playoff series, and I do see LeBron falling off a little bit. Definitely going to need some support in that Lakers cast, and by the time that maybe Bronny James gets into the NBA, certainly going to team up with him and see what they can get done there.
I agree that that's probably exactly how I feel.
For Nathan and Christian, I'm Jeffrey Berman. Thanks for watching Inside the NBA.